of all, how was your travel? How are you?
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session. Hope everyone's doing brilliant this week. A little bit of good trading this week, I do believe. A little bit of bear destruction at the beginning of the week, and then we found a little bit of bid yesterday. So if you watched the last video, absolute destruction from the bears, sent us down into the lows. We did find a little bit of bid. We considered the fact that we could play the levels in between as we look at the higher time frame levels. So what we're going to do is today, we're going to concentrate on Bitcoin again. Okay, Bitcoin is going to give direction, I think, for the rest of the market. So we're going to concentrate on big boy BTC, as we currently do see us hit some very, very aggressive supply again. Okay, stick with us. I'll keep this video as quick as possible, but I've got some juicy stuff to show you today. Okay, TRDR Trader Crypto Screener has been launched yesterday. If you joined yesterday's Discord live, you'll have seen DK going through the screener with you. Okay, so we'll have a little look at that today. So stick with us to the end of the video and we'll have a look at the best crypto screener to ever launch. Okay, so yeah, any buy the fucking dippers, as I call it, yesterday. We're playing the levels in between. So there you go. Okay, so very aggressive shorts at the beginning of the week, shorts chasing down, bears chasing down. We got the bounce up. We considered that we might be able to play these levels in between, while we do consider in the next couple of weeks a higher time frame flush down into these levels. Do we get it? Still not sure yet. Okay, we're really bouncing in between these levels right here, right now. Mention that you don't really want to be chasing shorts in that zone on the last live session and the last video, because really when you get down to those zones, open interest is nuked, all the order books nuked. It's very easy to float price up on steady volume and low open interest. Okay, where are we now? Okay, we're just coming up and we're potentially going to attack this weekly open, these previous highs into that 95k region. But the sellers this morning, as I woke up and looked at the order flow, very aggressive. Okay, so just posted that one out today. You can see we're already getting some juicy double diamond sell alerts into this weekly open zone on BTC. So let's have a look at some levels together and see if we can consider, okay, a potential another short, okay, as the grifters and shillers all gather at the White House on Friday. Okay, looking at you, Charlie Boy, and old Brad Garlic House. Do we short into news events? Personally, I will follow the data, but let's have a look at some trading view levels before we jump into the TRDR console and then have a look at that brand new screener for you. Okay, so here we go. Weekly looks all right, doesn't it? Few days left in the week to close though, yeah? Okay, so yeah, it was to be considered that we were going to get a bounce up and you can play these levels in between as we look for some higher time frame levels. Okay, so the weekly is looking upwards and onwards, but we are hitting some supply, so I'm not going to concentrate on this structure too yet because the week hasn't closed. We've got a few days left. Okay, daily chart, nice bounce up. You can see just floating under this value area low, which is our old, at the minute confirmed as resistance. Okay, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Are you going to consider a lower high here on the daily chart? Okay, 4 hour chart, same sort of thing. Are you considering a lower high as we hit supply, aggressive supply in this zone? I would consider the shorts up here, to be honest. Execute as best as you can. Use sharpshooting traders. Okay, 95k is current invalidation for any shorts up here. Okay, 1 hour chart. There we go. Okay, so I woke up, we're starting to drop already. For me, trading this area, I'm not just going to chase shorts down here, okay? You could maybe nibble in a little bit, but it's not really my style. I'd like to see if we get another rotation up just into the US session, maybe tickle into that 93k zone, grab some further liquidity. Not going to call it a double top, okay, but maybe take out, scare a few of these weekend bears, Monday bears, okay. If we can just tickle up a little bit higher, I'm not one to chase red candles or green candles, okay. I want value on my trades. Where's value going to be? Well, if we can just float price up a little bit, okay, and just drop a little bit higher. With that being said, we are going to look at altcoins a little bit further in the live session, US session live later on. So I'll drop a link for that. So join us there. But really, we need the order flow. Let's jump into the TRDR console.
Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated.
Right, here we go, guys. I need to concentrate on Bitcoin here, to be honest, because it is hitting this aggressive supply. And you can see we're getting a nice little reaction already. For me, I like to do my business in and around these top levels, these largest order blocks, the largest resting limit orders. Okay, so I woke up, we're already dropping. I'm not just going to start to chase this unless perpetuals and other people get super, super aggressive and they start dropping levels like we saw on Monday again. Then I think it's very valid to just chase this. But in the European session, like we are in now, okay, you could expect low volume, low liquidity in here. Maybe the US session guys want a fill, rise it up a little bit. I'd just see if I could get a fill in and around this area with that 95k level being your invalidation on shorts, okay? As we can see, aggregated order book depth, you are in supply. You've been in supply for a while. Bulls did well to push this up, really, really well, okay? We had a little bit of a bid there. I think that was going to be your invalidation on longs yesterday, and I think it was a nice one. I had a little discussion in the Discord yesterday. This level got pulled, okay? This wasn't even a fill. This level got pulled. A couple of the guys were saying, okay, do we look for shorts now? I said clearly in the Discord yesterday, in the private section of Discord, I said, no, you don't just short because you expect a drop in price, okay? You've got to short with the data. So you want to be shorting up there, okay? Whether you took profit here or got stopped out later on, that's absolutely fine. But you want to short the highs. It sounds super, super obvious, but it's correct, okay? You fell into a little bit of demand there. Nice day trade or scalp long to hedge any high time frame shorts, okay? So that's it really. Let me go to full window for you a second and we'll just have a cheeky look at what volume is doing as we build into this. Have we got any bear divs as we build up into this section? Let's have a look. Yeah, potentially. Volume is a bit flat, so I didn't really want to pull shorts, short trigger yesterday's. We did have a cheeky short the other day. On this one here, didn't get much meat from the burn from that one though. We got an instant reaction, which you always want to see, but then price just held. Some bid levels dropped in under and you went up. So you're either stopped out or you just kill that short as we progress further and give the bears a scare here. Yeah. But potentially, now you're in a supply zone. Just watch this CVD volume. Open interest, slightly high. Funding is chilled, to be honest. Funding is chilled, but open interest has come up, okay? So, yeah, I would watch any further highs in here. Just watch your volume to drop off. Watch the cherry on the cake, as always, to build a nice recipe. Retail traders, okay? Watch for this. Retail traders in red here, coming in long into a crypto summit full of degenerate shillers and grifters. That would be very, very nice, wouldn't it? Right then. Let me just show you quickly top levels. Okay, let's just have a look at the top levels. Why is 95k the invalidation? Really, really fat level. So in and around this zone, near the weekly open, give these bears here from the beginning of the week a little bit of a scare and then rotate it down. I think that'd be the best play. And even if you're super bullish, you're looking at all the M2 charts, you're looking at the liquidity and thinking this is going to carry on, we are going up eventually, that's absolutely fine, okay? But as a trader, I'm seeing supply, I've got potential bearish divergences building, I'd like to take a trade in here, and that's it. Really, really simple. Don't overthink it, sir or madam. Right then, screener. Let's have a look. Absolute alpha. The team, the trader team have done an absolutely brilliant job on this. The guys have publish the screener for everyone to see now, okay? So if you don't know where the screener is, let me just go to the top. It's basically your top menu, okay? It's basically your top menu as you see here. So you either minimize this or keep it open, but you've got screeners there, console there, screener, and then all your main menu there, okay? But here we go. So what you're looking at here is my the one I've been using at the minute, okay? So I was doing a little bit of beta testing for the guys, put it out to a couple of traders, obviously, just to see if we can find any bugs or anything. And yeah, so this is, I'll say this is This is a final copy of the screener, I would say, but what I have to stipulate is, and DK's mentioned as well, is you will get other iterations and improvements on top of this, okay? And maybe there's still some existing bugs, so if you do see them, contact the guys in the socials, obviously, okay? But I'm sure that the guys will have some further improvements on this, but the way it stands at the minute, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so what are you looking at? Okay, so this is going to filter out all the chaff. So generally, you know me, I set a certain amount of alerts on coins that we have in the trader console. I obviously, you know, you'll have seen me before, I just go through the full watch list, okay, and I just scan through all the coins and see what's happening, okay? This cuts out all the noise, okay? So I'm just going to take you over my layout quickly here now on what I'm looking at, okay? But I have to say, even after watching DK's live in the Discord yesterday, hope everyone joined us for that, I'm already seeing improvements I want to make to my screener, okay? So what this is going to give you really is you know, you'll have heard us say before, where more often than not, we are early to the data. You know, we see the supply, we see the demand, we see open interest is rising into a supply zone, we see open interest is low into a bid zone, you know, and this is going to cut all of that noise out, okay, and give you that little bit of extra edge. It's absolutely brilliant, to be honest. When I say we're early, and I mean, I really, really mean it, you know, we're always the first guys on the beach, aren't we? What's that analogy? That's a bit of a military analogy, isn't it? We are the recon team. We are the recon team. We see the layout of the land, okay? We assess it, we see the data, and we're ready to strike. We're ready to snipe as marksmen, okay? Cuts out a lot of the chaff this now for you. I'm absolutely talking shit, right? I'm going to show you my layout, okay? So at the minute, I've just got a dual tab layout, okay? I've got perps and I've got spot. And yes, at the minute, I'm mainly concentrating on Binance perps, Binance spot, okay? What you can do in here is you've got your two tables here, okay? So perps, spot, yeah? What I will say is I'm not going to go too much depth right now. I will make a video going into a little bit more depth, maybe building a screener from scratch and how to utilize it. But I just want to show you what I've been looking at personally, okay? So mine's pretty simple. Perps and spot, yep, okay, straight away, I'm looking at OBD ratios, okay? I'm looking at open interest, okay, on the perps market, and then I want to see volume deltas on the spot market there. But really, I'm looking at the OBD ratios. Currently, okay, in the options here, you've got refresh rate. Keep that as fast as possible if you can. I'm looking at all assets at the minute, but I can actually look at my watch list, okay? So if you've got various watch lists in here, you can go to your watch list there, yeah? All assets. You can actually now also, again, which we'll go through in the other video, you can actually create watch lists from the screen now, which I think is actually a better way of doing it, okay, because you're cutting out all the noise. It's not just your favorite coins. If you're a trader, you just want to trade with the edge, and this is going to give you your edge, so you can create watch lists from there, okay? Main section here, okay, this gives you all the exchanges, market, quote, and then the base, okay? So you've even got all your networks in here as well, okay? Not too much relevance there at the minute, but I'm sure there will be in the future. I just want to trade based on the Binance and the spot charts here, okay? So exchanges, you can add in your exchanges. I can change the views here, or you can actually do it in the top menu as well, okay? So, and then you've just got manage viewers there. I can add another view, okay? So I could add another column in here. Maybe you want to put some Bybit data in here. Maybe you're a bit of a Qcoin trader and you want all the Qcoin pairs in here. You can add up to, we call this a table, yeah? And then you can rename it. You can add up to 20 tables in here, okay? And you can have them in any kind of configuration. So I've just obviously got some, I'll just get rid of that. I've obviously just got these portrait templates here. But yeah, move these around, do whatever you want with it. If you've got four tabs in here, which I think could be a nice view, you can move those around and the such, okay? Once you've got your tabs in here, your main selection here is going to appear on these columns, okay? What you then want to do is, when you're sifting through the data, is if you want separate columns to view different data, just override main selection there, okay? And then you can come into here and do your tweaks, okay? Your columns, obviously I've got what the actual asset is, I've got my OBD ratios, okay, and then volume delta on here. You can add whatever you want in here, so get involved in here, have a play with it, okay? I am going to update and make a new video. I'm not going to go too much detail in all of this now, but yeah, absolutely brilliant. And as I say, the way I'm using this at the minute, okay, so I'm looking at bid and ask in the 1 to 2.5% range on spot, and the OBD 2.5 to 5% range. And obviously what you can just do is click on these and see what is bid, okay, and what is offer, okay? But stuff like this, okay, stuff like metal, GTC, audio, that's why and when your watch list will come in, because stuff like this, it might always be in supply. It might just be an absolute sack of shit order book and it's always in supply. So, you know, don't look at stuff like this that's at the top and it's in a negative 90, negative 96 and think, yeah, I'm going to short that or sell it. You know, some of these altcoins, as we all know, the order books will just be full of shit. So if you just go to my assets, for instance, what's got the biggest supply at the minute? BTC. Okay, so BTC is in the biggest supply on my watch list at the minute, okay? Perhaps not a lot too much going on there, okay? And then obviously you can look at the 2.5 and adjust that as well. LRC in a supply zone, Uni, TWT, and the like, and some of the others. And then obviously I can go to the bid side as well and see that JUP is in a little bit of bid, Nero, RV, okay? But again, just because you're seeing it in here doesn't mean I'm going to go and long it, okay? work with the OBD and top levels and the volume divergences as always. All right, guys, so that is it for the columns. Okay, you can filter these as well. Okay, you can filter these for greater than, less than. Okay, so maybe you just want to cut out all the noise. There's stuff that's like 6.22 or, you know, 1.35 in the 2.5 to 5, and then you can just filter this. So, you know, in reality, if you're looking at negative deltas on, negative ratios on spot, you want that to be in like less than 60, less than 60. Then what does that give you? Double band ratio of selling. Really, really good. Yeah. So that's the way to look at that. Another thing to say is just check your pricing level. I think there a couple of features have lesser features, should I say, depending on your pricing level. So if it's free, you've got the screener for free, but you might just get a couple more or less features when you, depending on your pricing range. All right. So, okay. Saving layouts is exactly the same as saving templates or layouts on your other stuff. Just go to the top. Let me go to the top. Where is it? There. There we go. Okay, so add new layout, rename layout. Okay, or you know, there you go. There's my next spot and pair. So just when you've got your layout set, just please make sure you save it. How do you save it? Just go to rename layout there. All right, guys. So really, really good feature. I actually think this is going to be. I've used a couple of other crypto screeners in the past. Okay, and they've got nothing on this. Okay, it'll just be open interest, funding, whatever. Well, you know, who gives a shit? I've seen coins in negative funding for weeks on end and they still go down. The fact that we can look at our OBD ratios, and another one I want to add in actually, which I'll cover in the video, is basically the main liquidity. We all know that when liquidity drops in the order books, it's good for floating price up. And then the reverse of that as well. Okay, liquidity really, really high, opening, you know, maybe you get your liquidity really, really high in here. We'll set some settings for that. And then I want to see when open interest is high. Okay, and then it's in a supply zone, liquidity is high, open interest high, cherry on the cake, funding's high as well. Right, let's go and short the shit out of that. All right, guys, so that is it. We'll go over this a little bit in the live session, in the US session as well. Join us there, links to come, and we'll speak soon. Cheers.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?